freedom.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Orlando Pirates are the champions of the MTN8. How and why? Very, very difficult to explain. It was windy. It was difficult to watch this game, difficult to play in it. There were opportunities for penalties to be given to Mamelodi Sundowns, but they were not given. At least two of them, maybe one of them debatable. And then it gets to penalties. The first three, well done to Sipho Chayine. He saved three of them, which is ridiculous. To save three penalties, it's ridiculous. That's incredible. Well done to him for saving those. I suppose the conversations will continue as everyone is always looking forward to talking about referees, calls, who's benefiting today. In all those discussions, don't miss one thing. Do not miss one thing, that here we are dealing with incompetence. It's incompetence today. It was incompetence between Swallows and Chipa United. It was incompetence between Amazulu and Polokwane City. There's so many incidents with all these referees. It's not about one club. It's not going to be about Pirates today. Don't lose sight of the fact that there's problems with the refereeing here. In fact, you just lose appetite within that game as it's going on. That how can you miss at least one of them then? If you miss two, at least give one of them. But it didn't, so Orlando Pirates are the MTN8 champions. Junior Khanye, my analyst. What a game, sir. The wind deprived us of a match today. We would have seen a different game here if there was no wind, but there was, and it affected both teams. How did you see this game, sir?
Yes, sir.
To justice.
Keep on supporting iDiskiTV, fighting no one try to fix South African football. Yeah, the wind change the complexion of the game. Best pay uti sobukela ibola both teams. Abantu they've got enough players to security bola. Ball playing teams, two of them. But the Pirates, like I said on Friday, Izolo, bazodlala ngo-team nomnari. Clearly, they were defending, coming to this game, cautious about Sundowns. First half, Gulego, Pirates overload the side, like Monapule Saling and Shandu. They didn't play in the middle, always playing at the back, playing go Saling. You need to try and take somebody in. Onangene phakathi thola ukuthi there's three players at Sundowns. Sometimes I support Shandu when he has to cross the ball kune wind wela ku goalkeeper la phezulu kwepali, and Sundowns esayidini labo they did very well, especially first half with badile nomoya, not playing pretty, but in terms of circulating the ball, frustrating Pirates because umoya bo favor Pirates, creating two chances ku Mamelodi Sundowns. I think the first 10 minutes, if not mistaken, good run. Streshira, defense, Ushalile, cut back from Umshishi, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Try kufaki bowling a good save from the keeper is the man of the match for me. Another ball, I think ile laga a good square pass saga Mtawu Kurish. And then Ushalile le bola ngomoya wal swaver wal mister le ball. Not much, especially from Orlando Pirates, but more about favorable first half. Not in terms of ball circulation, not much. Both team na Sundowns yenzima for now no more because they were against the wind. Second half, I think Sundowns Basile in terms of bayenzi game about try ukudlala badlale ngama department ibola belisuka at the back lingene la middle. There was a bit of energy from a side in Labo. I think ilento ukuthi umoya bo side in Labo. They've got chances. Ushalile itholi le foot second half. Whereby is supposed to score. Le bola le la spinayo na le bola lwela la ku Alende. And Pirates got the chance as well from Monapule Saling, a clear cut chance whereby came from nowhere second half. It's a goal. Game was finished. Begne ukuthi team a dominating game, especially second half. So it's more or less the game of two half. Pirates ngayinika first half, but didn't play well. But pressure bebayifaka. Bebanga nama midfield that want to circulate, but surprise Mamelodi Sundowns. If they had clever midfield first half, whereby Lumfana Umnare, no team, and Masonga as well. Bebanga yidla ibayikore Sundowns because Sundowns they were defending so too high. And no goalkeeper bekwa sweeper. So with kube bewathola abantu abakwazi ukufunda ama situation badlala between the pockets and bakwazi kuya ama pass wabo from the midfield, not from the back defense yabo bebazoyikora Sundowns. But now every ball belidlalwa defender belwela ku goalkeeper liphumela ngaphandle or le phezulu kweball. So Extra time, I think now it's a 2-half. Pirates against the wind, they dwell very well, especially with extra time. But they did well now. Maybe Sundowns, what they did, I think they were tired now with Sundowns. Circulating the ball, but without the energy. You cannot go to build up. If you get sent to the same as up front as well, you do the same without the energy. Any coach, I think penalty. You cannot go to take out Mshishi because of shy penalty, and also take out Shalile, also Neoma Hem. I think the coach could bring those players, especially Zungu na Umenieta Kunguti. Confident is not there, they're not playing regularly, and those are not regular penalty takers go Sundowns. And the Orlando Pirates last man Jemoyen, special now, last minute, but favor more. They were definitely, especially on the Pirates, they were coming. Kumamle Sundowns, putting those players finish Sundowns. It's just a decision making. Credit to coach Gutafagel Mfano Ratomo, he changed the complexion of the game, no game video. He changed the complexion of the game. And also copying not much about his fitness, but to take nothing away from him, equally to look at the penalty. So yeah, the Sundowns could now, everybody was forced to also defend. But Mendieta coming from the bench, especially Masap with Sundowns. I think Njengo Mendieta and man, you need to simplify. He's playing, the team is surrounded with Abanta Compita Nabo. Those players, it doesn't need to go to a chance now. A complicated in Tokaku. And Rulan, I think you need to talk to him. But credit to all the parties for winning this. I think the game even a trauma cool. Truly speaking, I need to be honest. We were at an NH, especially the referee, living now the game.
Me too. Like at some point, maybe the second half extra time, I actually kind of stopped watching because I can understand these penalty calls, and I hate this thing being about referee. There's one that you should give. Like there's one, it's a corner, Shai Sandler. Now there are multiple arguments you can make, and football fans, they make arguments based on who they follow. Someone will say you have enough distance between now and the corner go to Susa Sandler. That's a valid argument. Susa Sandler because the ball is traveling a long way, similar to if you remember Umbule, that it was coming from a corner against the Chiefs. You have enough time to react to Susa Sandler, so it's a penalty. Someone else can say it's next to you. So it's next to your body, so it's not a penalty. You don't listen to them too much because opinion is based on who they support.
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous. I don't like doing that. But so that one you can give the referee, but it's 50-50. He could have given, he could not have given.
Yes.
The second one, there is something coming together between Shalulile and Nochayin. I don't think it's a lot. I don't think it's a lot, but the referee makes that call. It's up to him to make that call. However, Uchayine kicks Ushalulile. That's clear. It's a penalty. He kicks him. He kicks one of the players of Sundowns in the box. It's a penalty. But there's a build-up. When he was chasing that ball, there was a nudge. Was it enough? Not enough? No. But the third one, for me, I didn't see it the first time. I looked at it the second time, Miguel team on Ushalulile. That one killed me. I was like, oh my God. Like, at least Abongile Tom, because you are a FIFA referee, you are supposed to see that one. We don't need to wait for Victor Hlongwane on a Monday. You are seeing it. It's supposed to be a penalty. That one was so clear. Yeah, but so the conversation will always be about referees, and they affect everyone. Benefit the Chiefs, it benefits Sundowns, it benefits Pirates. They affect everyone all the time. What was your opinion about the performance card for today?
Yeah, especially the referee did well first half. Debatable right izandla might say omunye umuntu athi bezla yes best debate anozo omunye uyanika omunye angamniki cause ibhola amashaya isandla especially mawuthi bheka le distance ukhuluma ngayo.
Yeah, because the other argument is that well it was traveling from there.
Yeah.
You should be able to get your hand out of the. That's why football fans will debate something based on who they support, which is difficult.
That's why ngithi uqala omunye umnika omunye akangeka amniki. Okay, sharp, it's understandable. That is true. As we show, obviously, there was sort of obstruction.
Yeah.
There was the keeper went to the ball, Akichi missed the ball, obvious. But there was a foul. There was a push. The question is, be enough now. Omunyam niga, obu goalkeeper figure late na corner. omunye amnika omunye angamniki but yokuqina nami
The third one killed.
yeah because truly speaking he kicked somebody else ushadile the defender Orlando Pirates that's a penalty and that penalty changed the complexion of the game okay I3 mhlambe lawa i2 debatable ngoba truly speaking mhlambe ureferee mentality nguleko and it's a game of opinion ngihlale ngisho but eshiyoqina nguleko lawa i3 mfethu
Yeah, the third one.
leyo qina mfethu ayikho debatable that's a clear penalty
Yeah.
yabo and manje indaba yazishangana it takes game yala kuma ifika la kuma penalties Pirates won yeah sharp ureferee thatha i-decision ethatha ureferees final maningi ama-decision abo referee bawuthathayo not debatable but iqineni decision ethatha uye done so I think the penalty leyo qina le beyichintshe i-complexion of the game I don't think ngabe so but now it happens i-decision as usho the FIFA trust the referee and uze kahle first half this guy iyokuqala njengoba ngisho esandla debatable mara ukhuluma into is vital the distance beyangazifihla but omunye uzothi izandla bezinera closer second one mawungayichecka there was a slightly push awusisho obstruction
Very slight.
yes
It was very slight.
awusisho
It was soft.
yeah
It was a soft
Joel, but
soft foul.
well late debatable na green penalty so compliment Orlando Pirates fethu they won bengababoni babuya mina truly speaking especially nange game because njengoba ngisho second half Sundowns they came very well especially strong at them but Pirates now first half bekumele badile nayo umoya buba favor but bebangakwazi ukumthola ulipasa there were a lot of players ku Pirates were off if ngikhuluma kahle if I check Maswangai was off ngikhuluma nge-front three yabo Maswangai lipasa Saling was long supposed to be substituted Maswangai for me makammixa nalomfana umfukeng I think Pirates bengenza better especially now second kulo extra time in terms of bebangazama ukuthi game mhlambe combination bayi with Kumvido ngifuna babona abadlala bayi3 ukhiphe i-holding midfield e1 udlala ngayo Mnare so now bekunzima ukuthi Pirates vele ifike yafine Sundowns because of those three they were flat and these two they came just to stop Mamelodi Sundowns stop Umkwena Alende and also Mdiba
yeah.
yes they came to stop them and now they were defending 3 at the back maybe 4 Otto Ushandu and Diskibisi no Toki so there were 4 including 6 defenders so compliment with at least can blame now we need to be honest first half the more about favor but decision making abo and those players being a good balance team abo because those players were off second half njengoba ngi-Sundowns had so many ball position but ungathatha ama-shot kwabo nabo kuba costile ngikhuluma shot ngoba Umkwena umuntu is a good shot taker and also nomayema but nkuleko all in all compliment to Orlando Pirates there's nothing that you can say game ama-penalty Pirates i-Sundowns players nabo those are high profile players angeke sikhulume singakhuluma ngokuthi they are not playing regularly uzuma makazoya lapha is an experienced player he play international if he goes there he had to make sure but the penalty ilotari mfethu yabo yemariyamba nang confident if awudlali yabo ikuveza ubuwena bakho so uzungu unfortunate that luck from him and also Mendieta as well good goalkeeping
Yeah, there's something interesting about this game before I let you go. These games, and I kept on saying that to you, and so it makes sense to say Sundowns is going to win in these games. I will always, even if you were to say I must put 1,000, I would put 1,000 on Sundowns because you just choose the stronger team. Magdalene Payne in the Man United, you say, okay, I'm eating fire with Man United. You know which one is stronger than the other. But here, with these games, I noticed from the first game at Chiefs, opening game of the season, Sakali season, these matches are very close. Although Khanye won the Chiefs in the Sundowns, where Sundowns created so many opportunities. Brendan Peterson avume goal in the last minute. I think Sundowns won 2-1. But if you follow these games, especially this season, that 1-2-1 here win is Sundowns, and then there's 1-1 between Sundowns and Chiefs, and then there's 1-0 between Sundowns and Pirates, and then this one was 0-0 in terms of 90 minutes. These games tend to be very close. That's why for me, although I would have put my money on Sundowns, and I did say it yesterday, these games are very tight. And I think they also do affect even the coach, because if you look at Orlando Mukwena, if you observe him, Utkobe game Rulani Mokwena ngana striker. The guy that he trusted ukuthi is gonna be my furthest forward player, Umendieta, he was chasing a fullback, sliding, wasting energy. Chasing fullback right, sliding, wasting energy. So that means there's no one centrally. So the time that he finished the game without a fullback, a forward centrally, the guy he trusted was spending his energy in useless spaces off the pitch. Secondly, Peter Shalulile scores penalties, that's guaranteed. Temba's one some sort of a penalty specialist, guaranteed. Neo Mayema, which you mentioned as well, is a very good player technically, can kick the ball. Yeah. These kind of games, they get so emotional. Back drag now, you get to focus on referees, you get to focus on the Pirates now, you're trying to put pressure on a referee, that sometimes you don't make the right tactical decisions. And at the end of the day, Magpelum Lalo, you take the first 2 penalties with players that come from the bench, not really that confident. And another thing is, you end up with the Sundowns. Because if Besneport, Sundowns, you would see what I'm saying, Guti. If Sundowns with a lineup that was very questionable, but who's going to be your attacker? Who's going in your left? Who's going to your right? Okay, Masego is on this side, but you couldn't really see that shape. What happens? You played in the Soweto Derby. You played against Sundowns. So was the top goal scorer with Soweto Derby with PSL. You guys know these games. What happens in these games? You guys keep on saying it will be a high-scoring game, but they keep on proving to us, Uti, yes, sometimes it can be, but for the most part, it's like it's very closely contested. What happens in these kind of games?
We need to be honest. I think I think Rulani Mokwena is used to win matches without playing with a striker. When he equalized Kaizer Chiefs against Kaizer Chiefs, he took out a striker. Bekadlala ngoRibeiro, false 9. And afaga uMendieta as well. Begana striker out and out, shoot out and out striker. So kuna game winile with DStv Premiership without a striker, playing with other teams. And namanje ukhipha uShalulile for me without injury. And truly speaking, I think it was the biggest mistake today. But Emma came in. He used to win games without out and out striker, because there's many players go Sundowns that can penetrate and go and score for themselves. But ma ukhipha umshishi, ukhipha noNeo Mayema, iphinde be questionable. When you play with those players, yes, unai right with okay sharp. I've got umshishi, I've got Neo. Those people can score. Those players can score without Conan or repair as well. They can score. But now, if you take him out and then Pelu Umende to Nenyichav, I don't think it's coachable.
That's a good point.
Very good player, but I don't think it's coachable. Yeah. Because you can't say Mawa Chekurulan, when he took out Shalile, he puts him. Begmela is central. No matter false, he plays around the box. Utaza Zama take it aside. Abambi Pola Trebule, Apege Pansters, get a booking, a cut. I don't think it's coachable. Sometimes you hardly see players do that. They pass the ball and move. We allow players that are dribble, but it's unnecessary. So I don't think it's coachable. I think Urlani Magamfaga, Ubening go central. Uyenzile nge-Chiefs when amfaga and then abuisa the cross. But Azangba noticed because of equalizing FNP, they 1-1. Now, Gule game, Pirates were tactically so sort of disciplined. Either Isaac Vezela con with Auna striker, you're taking out Tumshishi, you're taking out Uneo Mayema, Ageko Ribeiro, Ukipanai, Ushalulili. And then you tell Mendieta to go there, he's going to run all over. And it's a problem. I think for me, Umrena Kone Penchin, he was supposed to play him. Where has the club? Uno gladi false 9. Bebanu kuyenza kupitso na urulani kuyenza. So I think the mistake here, coach, and ukutaba keep those players in terms of penalty kickers. Umshishi we know swabonila manye bekawashana sekemini. Uneo technically is so good. Mdiba as well. Ngamkhohlwa. Oh yeah. A penalty yes, and he can kick. Technically is so good. Shalil as well. So I think the coach is a mistake. But is used to win amanyama game without ilo ukuphendula. But we yenza any mistakes serious sure. But Mendieta, you need to learn. You need to be coachable. Lapha ngeke azenzele. Uyabo. So yeah, credit to Pirates enkuleko. As usual, i-Pirates i-deserve ukuthi iwine le game, though obvious njengoba sisho masithi ayideserve, you cannot unless ajustify iwine e-final, akusana enye igame ezodlala, they won it, they took the cup. So i-debatable indaba ka-referee, especially penalty uqina, but credit to Orlando Pirates.
There you go. Well done to Sipo Chaina as well. That was ridiculous, man. Well done. Congratulations, bro. That was amazing. First 2 penalties, boom, boom, and then Umukwana tries to change it to the left as well. That was remarkable. That was the end of that game. First 2 penalties, boom, boom, and that's it. Game done and dusted. It was all up to the Pirates players. Just score 2-3 of your penalties. Everything will be good. There you go. Well done to Orlando Pirates. They are the defending champions of the MTN8 in 2023. Everyone lost in this game because in betting, people choose Pirates or Sundowns. No one thinks about a draw in the final. So I think a lot of people lost their money because the game ended 0-0. In betting, whatever happens in 90 minutes, that's it. So it was 0-0 in 90 minutes. Everyone lost their money, whether you're a Pirates fan and even if you were predicting 2 goals to be scored, there was that as well. And there was no goal scored in that game. iDiskiTV, Times, World Sports Betting. Thank you for watching us.